Purple people, prepare yourselves for the most explosive revelation that will leave you absolutely stunned. Everything we've discussed, the free agency limbo, the draft disasters, the organizational failures, all of it has been building to this moment. This player, this strategic masterstroke that proves our front office isn't just reactive, they're playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. You think you've heard it all. You think the Dalton Risner saga and Brian Asamoah catastrophe were the end of this wild ride? Brother, we haven't even reached the peak of this mountain yet. What I'm about to reveal will show you exactly why the Minnesota Vikings are about to shock the entire NFL world and why Tampa Bay is probably having nightmares about the decision that got away. This is the moment where all those interconnected storylines collide into one beautiful explosion of strategic brilliance that will echo through the league for years to come. While other teams are scrambling, panicking, and making desperate moves, our organization executed a heist so perfect, so calculated, so devastatingly effective that it's about to change the entire landscape of two franchises simultaneously. Hit that like button right now, because what you're about to witness is organizational excellence at its finest. And don't you dare forget to subscribe, because this revelation is going to send shockwaves through every NFL front office from here to Los Angeles. The dominoes are falling exactly as planned, and at the center of this strategic masterpiece is a move so brilliant that it's taken months for the full implications to become clear. While we were dealing with the painful reality of draft failures and free agency decisions, our front office was quietly orchestrating a move that would give us a massive advantage when we needed it most. Remember when I told you about the stolen contingency plan? Well, get ready to have your mind absolutely blown, because the player at the center of this chess match is about to become the most important acquisition of our entire offseason. This isn't just about depth or insurance. This is about having the perfect piece in place when chaos strikes our division rivals. Justin Skule, the offensive tackle who was supposed to be Tampa Bay's safety net, their insurance policy, their plan B when everything went wrong. But our brilliant front office saw an opportunity and struck with the precision of a master strategist, signing him in March and completely destroying the Buccaneers' contingency planning in one devastating move. Here's where this story becomes absolutely incredible. Tampa Bay's all-pro left tackle Tristan Wirfs just underwent knee surgery and will miss the start of the regular season. The four-time Pro Bowler, who earned an incredible 82.8 PFF grade last season, is now sidelined. And guess who was supposed to be their replacement? That's right, the player who's now wearing purple and gold. The beautiful irony is so perfect, it almost seems scripted. While Tampa Bay is stuck with Charlie Heck and his pathetic 41.2 PFF grade from 2024, we have a proven commodity who earned a solid 69.2 PFF grade, playing 362 offensive snaps for the Buccaneers. The difference between Skule and Heck isn't just statistical, it's the difference between competent protection and complete disaster. But here's where this story gets even more incredible. Skule might end up starting for us if Christian Darrisaw isn't ready for week 1. Think about the chess level thinking involved here. We identified a quality player who could serve as both depth and potential starter. We signed him before anyone else could react. And now we're reaping the benefits while our division rivals scramble to find solutions. The timeline tells the whole story of organizational excellence. In March, when most teams were focused on big-name free agents and flashy signings, our front office quietly secured a player who could become crucial to our success. They saw the value that Tampa Bay was taking for granted. They identified the strategic advantage of having proven tackle depth, and they executed the move with surgical precision. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay is now forced to rely on players like Silas Zanzi, Benjamin Chukwuma, Garrett Greenfield, and Lorenz Metz, names that should terrify any Buccaneers fan who cares about protecting their quarterback. The contrast is stark and devastating. We have a player who's proven he can handle NFL-level pass protection, while they're hoping unproven players can somehow fill the void. But the strategic implications extend far beyond just this season. Skule's signing represents the kind of forward thinking that separates championship organizations from pretenders. While other teams are reactive, signing players after injuries occur, we were proactive, identifying value before it became obvious to everyone else. The depth chart impact is immediately clear. With Darisaw recovering from his ACL injury, having School as our contingency plan gives us flexibility that most teams can only dream about. If Darisaw needs more time to fully recover, we can ease him back slowly without compromising our offensive line integrity. If he's ready for week 1, we have elite depth that can step in at any moment. Andrew Harbaugh from Vikings Wire perfectly captured the situation. The Minnesota Vikings will go as far as the offensive line will allow them in 2025. While Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah has the quarterback and skill position players in place, they need a reliable offensive line or everything else will be for naught. The recovery timeline for Darisaw has been one of the primary storylines of our offseason, and having School as our insurance policy allows us to approach that situation without panic. We can make decisions based on what's best for Darisaw's long-term health rather than feeling pressured to rush him back before he's ready. But here's what really showcases the brilliance of this move. We're not just protecting ourselves. We're actively weakening a potential playoff competitor. Tampa Bay was favored to win the NFC South again, but now they're dealing with a massive hole on their offensive line that could derail their entire season. Their quarterback Baker Mayfield, who relies on protection to be effective, is now facing the prospect of playing behind a significantly weakened offensive line. The financial aspect makes this move even more impressive. While other teams overpaid for big-name tackles, we quietly secured proven depth at a reasonable price. School's contract details haven't been fully disclosed, but given the market timing and our salary cap situation, this represents incredible value for proven NFL production. The ripple effects of this signing will be felt throughout the season and beyond. Every snap School plays, every protection he provides, every moment he keeps our quarterback upright is a direct result of organizational foresight that our rivals simply didn't possess. While they were focused on immediate needs, we were planning for contingencies that are now becoming reality. This is how championship organizations operate. They identify value before it becomes obvious, they plan for multiple scenarios, and they execute moves that provide both immediate and long-term benefits. The School signing represents all of these principles in action, and the results are already becoming clear. As training camp approaches and the preseason unfolds, this move will be studied by front offices across the league as an example of how to build organizational depth while simultaneously weakening your competition. We didn't just sign a player, we executed a strategic masterpiece that positions us for success while our rivals scramble to find solutions. The beautiful thing about this entire situation is that it shows our organization has learned from past mistakes. While we're dealing with the aftermath of draft failures, we're also demonstrating the ability to identify and acquire proven talent through free agency. This balanced approach to roster construction is exactly what championship teams do. So Purple people, as we head into this crucial training camp period, remember this moment. Remember how our organization outmaneuvered the competition, how they turned Tampa Bay's contingency plan into our strategic advantage, and how one perfect signing could be the difference between watching the playoffs and playing in them. The chess match continues, but right now we're the ones making all the right moves. Comment below and tell me what you think about this strategic masterpiece. And don't forget to subscribe because this is just the beginning of what promises to be an unforgettable season.